Triple Flix. Mafia.
Woo! What's going on, everybody? This is Triple Flix Mafia. I'm Chatty Bobby. 11, buddy!
Friday the 14th.
And the Viz.
Yeah. What's going on? This is going to be the first episode of our franchise ranking and review series that we're doing. We've got a lot planned for the channel, but we wanted to start out with the Wreck Collection. It's one that the Viz told us about, and we're big fans of it. So, you want to take it away on that one?
Yeah, we're just going to talk about all these movies.
Yeah.
What all are we doing? We're going to rank them individually.
Yeah, we'll rank them individually, and then we'll just give just thoughts, as a group. We'll just kind of shoot out some thoughts about what we thought of it. And well, first of all, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing with your life?
What is wrong with you?
What are you doing with your life? Hit that subscription and hit that, or whatever you do with the professional stuff on YouTube.
Ding.
The ding, the bell. Hit that one. All right. Comment below on your thoughts. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Vizzy Bone.
Yeah, so when did we pick this up? It was close to
What's it, around October?
September, October,
Yeah.
somewhere in that ballpark, Scream Factory.
You got it first, for sure.
And I've always heard about this set. The only thing I've known about it is that it's in Spanish.
Right.
And I always heard really good things about the first one and the second one. So I got it first and decided to watch it. And the series is pretty crazy. I mean, the first two, I think, are like masterpiece level.
Yes.
I don't know about
Yes.
you guys.
Yeah.
And then the third and fourth one kind of take a new direction. It's the same directors, I think, right?
Yeah, it's the two guys directed the first two, and then one of them, I forget their Spanish name, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce them.
Right.
But one guy directed Rec 3 and the other guy directed Rec 4.
Okay. So it's kind of the same people
Yeah,
working throughout all of them. But, I mean, I guess we should just rank them before we talk about them too
that's
much,
cool.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Easy for me. Rec 2 is my number one. It's probably become one of my favorite sequels, just in general. It takes everything from the first one and just keeps the story going. And then the ending is crazy, which we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah, I think Rec 2 bumps it up a notch from the first one. Even though the first two, they're only an hour and 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If
you can watch them together. And
you watch them together and they just intertwine perfectly with each other.
Yeah. So Rec 2 is incredible. And I feel like our rankings are probably going to all be the same.
Yeah.
On this, I think they are.
Yeah, Rec 2, incredible. Most people like Rec 1. If you've seen Quarantine, this is the original Quarantine, the first movie.
And a lot better.
This is what Quarantine ripped off. I mean, almost shot by shot. Yeah. But this one's just a whole lot grittier, edgier. It's just incredible.
Yeah, it's really good.
And these are zombie flicks, by the way, if you didn't know.
Right. Well, zombie,
somewhat
demonic. It gets pretty twisted with
you get that first person, that first person aspect of it. So it's kind of got like the Blair Witch vibe to it in that sense, so it's kind of like.
And it's got like a real small setting. It's all set like in this apartment building where it's just chaos and
there's no dead time in it.
No.
It's just, it starts and then you're just in there.
Yeah.
Terrified for the whole time.
So Rec 1 would obviously be number 2.
Right.
I mean, these two movies together is just perfection.
You almost want to rank them as just one movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You go just put both of those as one because 2 picks up literally. I said it literally.
You did. You said it right.
But 2 picks up right after 1 ends. I mean, it just seems together perfectly.
My third favorite would be Rec 4.
Yeah, I agree.
And we'll get back to Rec 3, but Rec 4 picks up right off from Rec 2. Rec 3 kind of goes off on a different setting and a different storyline, and it's just a completely different style movie altogether. But Rec 4 picks up from the apartment building, and then it leads out to like a new setting. And it's good. I mean, they got a little lazy with the last two.
Yeah, they got away from the first-person aspect of it.
There's no first-person camera work in this one.
Yeah.
It does have the same girl. It was pretty cool. They got the same chick to come back all those years later to wrap it up. But it's okay.
It's got a nice little twist to it. The kills in all of them are fantastic.
Yeah, the kills are great.
Lots of blood. Like I said, lots of good kills.
Gax all day. Good ass kills all day.
Day
Gax.
long.
G-A-K. Gak.
Not your putty gack, but good ass kills.
Oh, shout out to Putty Gak.
God bless.
That's my new rap.
So yeah, we have Rec 4 coming in at number 3. And then actually Rec 3 would be my 4th favorite. It's just completely different tone.
Like it.
It's set the same, like outbreak is still happening. It's just in a different setting with a different character.
Yeah.
And it's all set like at this girl's wedding.
Yeah.
And one of the people at the wedding is
Polly.
connected to the stuff that's going down in the first 2. So he kind of like brings the virus to this wedding.
Yeah.
And so everything starts going down at the wedding. And it just gets crazy. It's kind of like a comedy, like 28 days later.
That's what I didn't get about it. It was kind of like 28 Days Later-ish, but 28 Days Later has no comedy aspect. And then it has like some comedic stuff in it. It just didn't fit.
No.
Me.
And see, that one starts off as first-person view.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, cool. You see, Jordan had already seen them when we started watching them.
Yeah.
So we kind of knew similar what was going to happen, as far as what we were getting into. But.
Yeah. It's just all over the place. It's very like quirky and like it's very colorful. These are really like dark.
Yeah.
Things like very dark. This one's very colorful and just kind of out there. It's still kind of enjoyable. If you watch zombie films, you might still like it. But it's definitely the weaker one out of the 4.
It's got some good kills in it though. When she gets the chainsaw, that's when.
Yeah, I mean the kills are like over the top. It's kind of got a vibe to it, I guess, kind of like Hatchet.
Yeah.
I mean, in that sense, which I like Hatchet, but for me, I agree. I mean, are you both on the same?
Yeah,
We're
I'm
all
on the same page as that one right there.
Yeah, these are all to us like 1 or 2, 1, 4, 3 would be like our rankings.
Yeah.
But 3 to me would be the less. It shows here too, like the first one is 2007, and then it says the second one, even though it picked right up after part 1, they did it 2 years later in 2009, and then it was 2012 was part 3 and 2014 was part 4. So it was a 7-year period in the four movies that they made. But overall, man, it's
awesome series.
Yeah,
awesome
Not
series.
one of the movies is like trash.
No, not at all.
no.
I'm not hating. Just in this series, I didn't care for the third one.
Yeah.
Because it was so different from the other 2.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad horror movie. It's just if it was a standalone, then it would be. It reminded me of like a Netflix horror movie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It had that vibe to it. But
And see, I was hype. I watched the first 2 one night when I first bought this set. Went to bed just hype.
Yeah.
The way the second one ended.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, tomorrow I'm watching 3 and 4. It's gonna
Yeah.
be incredible. And it was the biggest letdown.
right, yeah.
But still, overall, they're not like bad.
It's a great
bad
series.
films.
Like I said, if you're gonna watch 1 and 2, I recommend watching them together.
Yeah, like it's one movie.
As one movie, like you said, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes, but it is totally worth it because 2 just picks up the insanity even more.
Yeah, for sure.
But awesome series.
Yeah, overall, man, definitely. I mean, we definitely recommend you picking it up, especially like with Scream Factory releasing like the collection set. It's got a lot of cool featurettes on it and bonus footage and stuff like that. It's a really cool set. It's around like that $50 range.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Which for 4 movies is pretty good, especially with the first 2 being so good. They became some of our favorite horror movies.
Yeah, especially modern horror movies.
If we were to do top sequels, Rec 2 would be in it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
It'll be
yeah.
up there, yeah.
I think it is my favorite first-person horror movie now.
I can
Oh,
say,
it
I
took
mean,
over Blair Witch?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I think so.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting.
The second one.
I could give. I mean, I like
It's
I
done
like
so
Blair Witch,
well.
but it's a first person like the footage style, but so much more happens. Sorry.
Well, what about some of the scenes? Like, what do we like in them? You remember?
Now, this is where we are going to get into spoiler talk for these, so if you haven't seen these movies, whatever they're doing, that. But we are going to talk about spoiler talk because there are some awesome scenes throughout these movies, especially the ending of part 2.
Yeah.
I call it the worm demon.
Oh, that was God.
That scene. That is one scene out of the whole series that sticks out to me the most. Is the ending to part 2.
Part 2's.
And like Jordan said, it leaves you so hyped for part 3 how it ends with that worm demon, whatever the hell it is.
Well, just to give like a little bit of a setup so they know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the first movie, this main girl in the movie, she's like a TV personality, I guess. Like she's going around, and like her job that night is she's going to go to the fire department and kind of spend like a day in the life with, you know, a fire department.
Yeah.
And so they finally get a call for this apartment building. And so they go to this apartment building to see what's wrong. She's just riding along in the fire truck. They're recording. That's how you get the whole first person stuff. And when they get to this apartment building, they get locked in, and there's just all this chaos. People are like turning into zombies.
Falling off the...
Yeah. And they've been quarantined into this building, and they can't get out. And so that starts in the first movie. They're just trying to survive the whole time, and that leads into the second movie. And in the second movie, they're sending in SWAT to come into the building. And so it brings in a whole new perspective, you know, to what we've already seen in the first movie.
Right.
And as things go along, all this like demon stuff starts kicking up.
Yeah,
and
it gets crazy.
There's like a priest in there that's like trying to solve something. I can't remember his role exactly. But there's this girl that's, I guess, like has the virus or whatever, that lives at the top floor, that they finally like go and investigate. And this girl, I think it's a girl.
Yeah, it's called, you can compare it to like the Blair Witch.
Right.
Looking, it's very whatever the demon girl,
whatever
the hell it is.
Whatever.
It's terrifying.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying looking.
And so the main chick finally makes it up there by the end of the second movie. She gets trapped in the room with the girl. And the very last shot of the second movie, like the chick like holds her down and releases like this demon slug looking thing out of her mouth into the mouth of the main chick.
Yeah.
And it is, oh my God, it is so scary.
And it's done so well because it looks so real.
Like,
you're just like, oh.
Well, you're getting the first person aspect of it, but it's in, what do they call it, night vision. So everything, it's all black, and you're getting the green layout, I guess that's what you call it. Green.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Like the night vision.
Yeah,
green.
Night vision green, and the whatever this thing is, it's just hunched over, like giving her mouth to mouth resuscitation, but spitting out a worm.
And then the second movie's over.
Yeah, it just ends it right there.
And so our main actress has like the demon, I guess, whatever inside of her.
Spawn of something.
And so then you go to, you know, Rec 3, and it goes to this new setting. You want the story to like pick up
and
from what
everybody's
you
just like
just
at
saw.
some wedding, like
you get nothing in the third one. The fourth one, she gets saved from the apartment building, but we all know that she has the slug worm thing inside of her. And so they take her and they take the SWAT members and everybody and quarantine them to this ship. And drive them out on this boat, and then of course like everything starts happening on the boat.
And it gets kind of like you said in the fourth one. They kind of get like lazy, like towards the like the
they
last
just try to
act.
They just have to wrap it up. And it just starts getting kind of sloppy.
Yeah, it kind of gets sloppy. But like I said, even though it's just so hard to compare to those first two, so it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you have such a good start in first two movies, 3 and 4, they're going to have to do so much to try to pick up from that. That's probably why they thought, well, let's try this, because how are we going to do, you know?
Well, like in the third one, they vaguely mention, like a little throw in to the first two with the uncle saying he got bit by the dog.
Yeah, which there was a dog that supposedly brought the virus to the apartment building.
Yeah, and he looks just like Uncle Paulie from Rocky.
He does.
And then all hell breaks up. And the third one, like we said, it gets too comedic, and they get away from the first person or the found footage shots.
I did like in the third one, there's that one scene where they have like a TV on in the background, and it's news footage of the apartment building. You know, like everything that's going down.
Right. So they definitely tied it in a little bit there, but yeah, overall, definitely recommend it. Even like I said, with 3 and 4 not being near as good as the first two, it's still definitely worth a purchase. Is getting the whole set. It's something that you need to see if you're horror fans, and it's a great collector's item too, I think. So yeah, gets our approval.
Watch it.
We just did our first franchise review.
We did.
We did.
We're the franchise boys. Yep, no white tee. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, and if you're not subscribed, shoo on you. Change that. Subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Yep.
And
these are going to be coming out once a month.
Yep.
once a month.
We're going to pick a different franchise. We got them all planned out. So each month you're going to get a different franchise from us. Our little tidbits about each one of them.
I'm professional for the first time in 6 years, and I love you.
Yep.
Triple Flix Mafia, baby.
Out.
Peace out.